I want to do a quick review on this pressure washer. This is a Greenworks Pro 3000 PSI brushless pressure washer. We just recently picked this up from one of our local stores here. I want to give you some insight on it before you go out and purchase one on your own. First thing, it comes with everything you see here comes with it in the box. You've got the spray wand here. This is an 18-inch wand, all total with the handle. You're looking at just under 3 feet. It comes with these tips. You've got this turbo. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. You've got your soap dispenser tip, 40, 25, and 15 degree tips, depending upon what you're trying to clean. And then you've got your pressure washer hose. This hose is 25 feet long and seems to be pretty good quality. And then one thing I really like, this feature that they've got here is a small bungee cord that's on here that helps hold that in place. So when you're transporting it and moving it around, it definitely keeps it all together. Down below, you've got the extension, or the power cord rather. It's a 14 gauge power cord. It's 35 feet long. You've got your inline fuse and reset button, your test button, your reset button. Something I really like about the design on this, you've got these adjustable cord holders, so you can fold them in and release the cord very easily. It's very nice. Another thing, on this side, you've got your soap container. It's a 1 gallon soap container, holds plenty of soap. And then you've got this quick start guide right here on the top, reminding you of how to get this thing going, because it is important that you go in this order. You know, connecting the water line, connecting the wand, turning the water on, and then also spraying some water out of the hose first prior to plugging it into the wall and turning the machine on. So there's some reasons for that, but here's your power button to get it going. Obviously this is where the pressure washer hose is attached, and here is where the garden hose or your water source is attached. Very sturdy. I don't know exactly the weight. I'm gonna guess it's probably close to 25 pounds, but this is its horizontal position. You can store it this way. I would definitely have it this way when you're using it, but when you put it away, you can also store it vertically, which is nice. It helps if you're limited on space. So something I did want to mention, this turbo wand tip is great. It actually spins in a circle, allowing you to clean a little bit of a wider area. I'm gonna put together some examples of how wide this potentially goes compared to some of these additional tips you'll see in a minute. But all in all, really good pressure washer. I'm happy with it thus far. We'll see how long it lasts. It's quiet. It does run continuously, and I'll give you some examples of that as well. But all in all, a very decent pressure washer. So remember, according to the directions, you want to make sure that you connect your garden hose first, which I've done here. You've connected your pressure washer line to the pressure washer itself here. And you want to ensure that you spray some water through the tip. As you can see here, so there's water going through before you plug it in and you turn on the power. So just an FYI, we got plenty of hose. Again, that's 25 feet of pressure washer hose, and the power cord is 35 feet long. I also want to mention, they recommend you do not connect this power cord to an extension cord. Not sure why. I'm not an electrician. I'm guessing it has something to do with the amperage. Maybe you could get away with using a heavy duty extension cord if you needed it, but 35 feet plus 25 feet of pressure washer hose, that gives you 60 feet. Should be pretty good for anyone. Okay, so I've plugged this in. We've got power running to it. Haven't turned it on yet. and we've got the water going through, so let's see what happens when I turn it on. Very quiet, all things considered, compared to a gas pressure washer. This is the 45-degree tip. I'm sorry, 40-degree tip. And I'm going to show you in a minute, from holding it about 6 inches off the ground, what the tips do and the differences between the tips. This is the 45-degree tip from about 6 inches away. Here's the 20-degree tip, 25-degree. I can't seem to get these degrees properly. There's the 25-degree tip from about 6 inches away. Okay, here's the 15-degree tip, again from about 6 inches away. And now this is that turbo tip from about, again, 6 inches away. And actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it sprays in a round pattern. Okay, here are the results from the various tips. Remember, this was the turbo. I'm facing the other way. This is the turbo. This is the 40-degree. This one is the 25-degree. And this was the 15-degree. And looking at them, again, from about, let's see if I can get this measuring tape to cooperate, from about 6 inches away, this one's about 2 inches wide. That's the 15 degrees, about 2 inches wide. The 25 degree, roughly 2.5 inches wide. Almost 2 inches. I don't see too much of a difference, and I tried to hold them about the same distance apart. This is the 40 degree. That 40 degree is about 3.5 inches wide, close to 4 as it started to go farther out. And then the turbo is also about 2 inches wide. However, one thing I did want to say, it seems as though these edges are very clean, you know, as if the pressure on each side, because it was going in a circular motion, is very strong on the sides, and you can see how it makes almost a round pattern here, where on these it fans out and the sides are getting less pressure from the water. I would imagine it's the same for all of these, but and there's a noticeable difference when I spray with the 40 degree tip and the amount of kickback or pressure that I'm experiencing in the handle versus these others as well. So clearly a lot more pressure in these smaller degree, the 15 and the 25 degree tips, and the turbo tip didn't have too much kickback, but it does apply a really good amount of pressure, does a great job. A really good illustration on how this turbo tip works. If you're spraying something to clean it, if you go fast, you'll see the circular motion that it makes. I'll give you an example of this now. If you go slow, it does fine, but if you go quick, you can see the circular pattern. So if you're going to use this turbo tip, let the tip do the work, go nice and slow side to side, and you get great results. Now I'm using the 40 degree tip compared to the turbo tip you just saw a minute ago. So in conclusion, the PSI on this, the 3000 is great. I would highly recommend you go with a 3000 PSI versus some of the lower PSI machines that they have out there. I think there's even an 1800 or a 2700, 2500, who knows. But if you have the ability to get the higher PSI, I would recommend it, because there are attachments that you can get that need the additional PSI in order to work. So you might as well go ahead and do it. It's well worth it. But a couple of quick notes also. I didn't get a chance to show you the soap dispenser. I don't have the right type of soap to put in the pressure washer. You should not be using car washing soaps and or detergents. The standard soaps, they bubble up a lot. And if you can see, this goes up this hose here and enters into the pressure washer hose at the very beginning stages of the hose. And the bubbles from the vibration and everything else and the pressure can really cause a problem in the hose and in the wand. So you want special soap that is designed for pressure washers. Definitely pick some up at your local auto parts store or your hardware store. Also, if you're going to be using this to wash your cars, I would recommend, these tips are very, very powerful. You put that too close to your car, it will absolutely chip your paint off of your car and peel the paint away, especially if you have some chips on the front of your car from road debris. Here in Florida, a lot of times we get this love bug season, and we want to use these pressure washers to get the love bugs off. And you get that nozzle too close, it will peel the paint right off the front of your car. So be careful. There are videos out there that can show you how to use a pressure washer to wash your car, so I would recommend you watch those. Hopefully this video helped you out make a decision, and I appreciate you watching.